Okay, today I'd like to take a little bit of time and talk about our TSM-1500M. What I would like to do is go through each one of the parts and talk about what it's capable of doing and why we have the different parts and they're interchangeable. We also have some of the options that we have with this machine. So to start off with, this is our TSM-1500M machine. It's designed to do from 1/8 inch tubing to 1 inch tubing. It's designed with an easy latch to put in the collets. It has a design to move the machine as it's rotating. The tubing stays still and you'll move the cutter head into the tubing to square it. With this we have two types of collets that we've designed for this machine. The first one is what we call a standard collet, which you'll notice is very small. And the idea of this is if you're needing to do elbows, T's, or very short pieces of tubing, you would use this standard type of collet. The other type of collet is what we call our extended collet. And the idea of this is you'll notice there's a lot more room to hold the tubing and be able to set it up and make the tubing hold into the collet or into the machine stronger. The idea of these with the collets is that they slip in very easily. You take the one with the spring and it drops in nice and easy into the tool. You'll drop the top piece down. This piece, the latch, goes and closes. You'll lock down this side, tighten it down so it's locked in, and now you have the machine so it's ready to use and put tubing in it. The knob up here lifts and opens and closes the collet so it's ready to be able to use and set into the machine. The knob here, as we talked about before, is designed to go and move your cutter head into the tubing to square the tubing. The design of this tool here is you can move this lever any type of direction that you want that you feel comfortable for moving your hands. By doing this, all you'll set up is you'll loosen these 4 screws. You'll lift it up, and then you can move this lever around to whichever direction feels more comfortable for you when you're using the machine. You'll clamp it back down when you get it to where you're looking for. Tighten your 4 screws back up. Now you've adjusted to where you want. This machine is run with an electric motor. As you can see, it's a speed control by adjusting the speed and the feed as you're going into the material. You want to try to run this as slow as possible when you're cutting to make sure the revolution does not go too fast and doesn't overwork the tool bit. As far as options we also are set up with a battery operated drill that is just interchangeable to take in and switch, and this way you have a battery operated tool instead of a standard 150 or electric motor. Another option that we have is a bench stand. The idea of the bench stand is being able to work it so you can put it into the piece. You lock it in. Set it up. Tighten it down. And now you have a workbench model that you can use to feed your handle into this direction. So you have the option of a bench stand, which is an option, and or having the machine by itself and running it. So let me grab a piece of tubing and we'll show you how it works. What we want to do is take our tool bit and put it into the machine and make it so it sets up. You will notice on here that the tool bit fits in where the screws will be tightened on the back side of the tool bit. So when you're putting it in the machine, you want to make sure the cutter or the screws are on the back side of this. You want to lock it down inside. Tighten the two screws down on the head. And as you can see, if we open this back up, your cutter head screws line up with the tool bit, which is inside your head here. So again, this is all set up from before, and after this you won't have to move any of the other parts. You take your tubing, tubing fits inside your piece, bring it in, clamp it down, lock it in. Now your tubing's inside. You want to feed the machine. Go in and cut your tubing. As you see, you cut off a piece of the tubing to square it up. And you're back down. You pull it out, and you have your tubing that is completely squared. So it's a quick action. All you're doing is putting in your next size. Put it in, lock it down. As you can see, your cutter head is churning. Nice easy speed. Feed it in, chip comes off, and you're ready to go. This piece of tubing is probably as long as you would want to use using your standard type of collet. If we go back to our extended type collets, we back this off. Pull your collets out. And then we would put your extended in. As you can see, there's much more room to hold on to the tubing compared to the small amount that you have here. So obvious your tubing will set in. So you would just set your pieces in. Lock down your collet again. Tighten down your head, and now you're ready to use the extended type of collet. So let's go back over it again. You have your tools that will come with it. You have your collets that you can buy, whichever sets you want, your standard or your extended type collets. The machine comes with a motor, the machine. The bench stand is optional, and you have an optional battery operated motor if you need to change that type. As you can see, it's a very easy machine to use, and we appreciate you taking your time to watch our film today. Thank you.